Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, October 28th, 2011. This is Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service, and I am Sarah Rader. In today's headlines, a Texas death row inmate is executed for killing officer. A small bonfire honors a big tradition. A big upset for Texas Rangers. Japan's nuclear radiation higher than expected. Fort Worth mother convicted of murder, and the weather. According to the Associated Press, in San Antonio on Thursday, Texas officials executed a man by lethal injection in Huntsville, Texas. The inmate who was shot and killed his wife on the day she tried to leave him, Frank Garcia, 39, also killed a police officer who came to the home to check out a domestic disturbance call. Texas officials said Garcia gunned down his wife, Jessica Garcia, in 2001, then killed police officer Hector Garza, 49. Jason Clark, a Texas Department of Criminal Justice spokesman, said that several dozen San Antonio police officers traveled to Huntsville and were present outside the prison unit during the execution. Garcia's execution was the 12th this year in Texas, which has executed more than 4 times as many people as any other state since the United States reinstated the death penalty in 1976. According to the Death Penalty Information Center, for campus news, there will still be a bonfire, although it is a smaller version. The Plowboys are still determined to honor LV in a new way. Here, Taylor Groves, the current Plowboy president, talks about what's going on with the bonfire this year.
We knew this year with the drought conditions and everything, we wouldn't be able to build the fire the size that it usually is. So what we've done is the Plowboys, SGA, and members of the Tarleton administration have gotten together and kind of thrown some ideas around about what we can do, and what we've decided to do is move bonfire to City Park and downsize the fire. And it's going to be 30 feet wide by 15 feet tall, and we're also going to have 2 live bands out at the stage at City Park. It's going to be the Kyle Bennett Band and Bryson Bursey. And basically the events, it's going to be the exact same thing, just at a different location and with a smaller bonfire. The football team, cheerleaders, and the Sound and the Fury is still going to be there, and we thought that this was a pretty good idea because it would still be inviting for people to come, and I think everybody would still have a good time with it.
And that was Taylor Groves. With baseball World Series news, according to the Associated Press, the Texas Rangers blew a 2-run 9th inning lead last night. Instead of intentionally walking Albert Pujols, Neftali Feliz gives up a double to him. Then 2 batters later, St. Louis Cardinals third baseman David Freese hit a bases-clearing 2-run triple to the game at 7 in the bottom of the 9th. In the top of the 10th inning, Josh Hamilton hit a 2-run homer to put the Rangers back up by 2. But in the bottom of the 10th, with 2 outs and 2 strikes, the Cardinals struck again. This time with right fielder Lance Berkman hitting a single to tie the game. As the Rangers failed to score in the top of the 11th, David Freese ended the game in the bottom of the 11th with a solo home run as the Cardinals win 10-9. And now Rangers manager Ron Washington faces some constructive criticism after he decided to let Neftali Feliz pitch to Albert Pujols in the 9th. The decisive game is tonight in St. Louis. Matt Harrison will go for the Rangers, and the Cardinals have still yet to announce their starting pitcher. In international news, the Associated Press reported that the Fukushima nuclear disaster released twice as much of a radioactive substance into the atmosphere as Japanese authorities estimated, reaching 40% of the total. Chernobyl, a preliminary report on the release, did not consider health implications of the radiation. Cesium-137 is dangerous because it can last for decades in the environment. Releasing cancer-causing radiation, the long-term effects of the nuclear accident are unclear because of the difficulty of measuring radiation. Amounts people received. Diana Hunt from the Star-Telegram reported that a 28-year-old Mansfield mother was convicted Thursday of not protecting her 2-year-old daughter from an abusive boyfriend, resulting in the child's debilitating brain injury. The incident occurred in July 2010. Rika Tellenhopper, the daughter Annika, then 2, was injured. The child, now 4, is in a permanent vegetative state and lives in a nursing home for children in East Texas. The boyfriend, Adam Palmer, is waiting trial on 2 charges of injury to a child and aggravated assault. He served time in prison for beating another child in 2003. And in the weather today, you can expect abundant sunshine with a high of 62 with winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And tonight, clear skies with a low around 40 with winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And tomorrow, mainly sunny, high of 68 with winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Today's stories came from the Associated Press, Star Telegram, Empire Tribune, and the Weather Channel. Today's broadcast was produced by Josh Donahue and Quentin Butler, with help from Texan TV News' engineer, Matthew Mills. You can also follow us on ustream.tv/user/Texan News Service. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I am Sarah Rader. Tune in next week for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus.